By virtue of the powers vested in me as Acting Vice-Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements being celebrated on this occasion. Shall we observe a moment of silence? Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. Today it is indeed a wonderful day for our graduates as well as members of their families. My name is Ramahwai Mahano, and my task as we started the proceedings this morning, it is the most hospitable of them all, that of welcoming you to this grand and auspicious occasion. As I welcome you, it is important that I indicate that I am doing so on behalf of our Principal and Vice-Chancellor, Professor Puleng Lenkabula, and the Chancellor, the former State President of our country, Dr. Thabo Mbeki. We are truly, truly delighted to have your company this morning as we celebrate the wonderful academic accomplishments attained by our students. This ceremony is hosted in accordance with the institutional statutes of the University of South Africa and patterned along the higher education traditions of celebrating the completion and the fulfillment of the requirements entailed in the programs offered in an institution of higher learning such as our university. In particular this morning, we are celebrating students who completed the diplomas and degrees in the colleges of agriculture and environmental sciences, which is here represented by Professor Linda Sibali. The College of Accounting Sciences, here represented by Dr. Hlongwane, who is actually the acting executive dean of the college. The College of Education, represented by Professor Ngidi Patudi, who is a school director in one of the schools within the college. Also, we have Professor Mulaudzi, representing the College of Economic and Management Sciences, and he is also a school director in that college. Also, we have Professor M.M. Moleki and Professor Madise, representing the College of Human Sciences. They are both, respectively, school director as well as research and postgraduate studies coordinator. From the College of Law, we have Professor R. Ahmed, and also representing the College of Graduate Studies, we have Professor Kanyisi Lembata. And Professor Kanyisi Lembata will also deliver the Chancellor's address this morning. From the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology, we have Professor Titi Kambule, who is actually the director of the Nanoscience Technology within the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology. Dr. L.P. Molepo is representing the Office of the Registrar. Included also in the procession, we have other colleagues who are senior academics. Professor Msekati, he is actually a supervisor of the doctoral candidate, who is Ms. Tabile Lukele, who at the end of this ceremony will step out as Dr. Tabile Lukele. And we want to congratulate Professor Msekati for the successful supervision of the doctoral candidate. Of course, we have other senior members from the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences in the persons of Dr. Strauss as well as Dr. Slater. We do appreciate the presence of these members of the college. Ladies and gentlemen, we truly want to invite you to celebrate excellence with us. This is a celebration of excellence. And we want to allow you, as we celebrate, to ululate if you are so inclined, to shout if you are so inclined, and to dance if you are so inclined, because we are in a celebration. However, it is important, and I want to emphasize this, as we celebrate, let us do it in moderation, so that we allow the name of each and every student to be announced without interference. That's very, very important. Let us not overcrowd or overshadow the announcement of other students' name when we celebrate our own accomplishments. That is very, very important. In this ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, a total of 204 diploma and degrees will be awarded, which is a figure that is similar to the figure that was attained yesterday in the evening's ceremony. It is anticipated that by the culmination of this year, in excess of 50,000 students would have graduated at Unisa. This is an indication, a very clear indication, that by all accounts, Unisa continues to make noticeable strides ahead of other universities in the country, and I dare say even in the continent, in the production of skilled citizens who are armed with university knowledge or education. The strategic intent, I believe, in the first instance, to host a graduation of this sort is to congratulate those who have completed the programs that they enrolled for during their period of study. And in the second instance, I believe, is to provide encouragement to those who are still studying or doing something that enhances their value and eventually improve their welfare and livelihood. As we continue with the proceedings, please make sure that you are relaxed and that you enjoy the proceedings. I know that this side we have people who are somewhat stressed, and we understand why they are stressed. Psychologists will tell you that there are two types of stress. There's what is called eustress, and eustress is good stress. So my thinking is that you are suffering good stress. And the stress that you're suffering is you thinking how you're going to negotiate your way over this red carpet, particularly ladies with stilettos, you know. I observed yesterday that it was very hard for some of them, you know, gaining traction as they were making their way on the red carpet. But nonetheless, enjoy every bit of these proceedings. If I had the powers, I would literally extend and prolong this day for you so that you can imbibe the essence of this grand occasion, which has been organized precisely to celebrate your achievements. Well done to you, and enjoy everything of these proceedings. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to request Professor Kanyisile Mbata to come and deliver the Chancellor's address. Professor Kanyisile Mbata holds a doctoral degree from the University of Stellenbosch. She is an animal scientist. Welcome to you, Professor Mbata, and please make the presentation on behalf of the Chancellor of the University.
Acting Vice-Chancellor, Professor Magano, Acting Registrar, Dr. Lisiba Mulepo, Executive Deans, Deputy Executive Deans, School Directors, College Representatives, fellow colleagues, parents, guardians, families, friends, and most importantly, our graduates. Today, it's the day to celebrate for you. The graduates, by the time they leave this venue, they will have certificates confirming their new status. As Professor Magano indicated, that one will go out of this venue being doctor. You are all welcome. It is a great honor to express our frank congratulations to you. Today is the day to celebrate, cherish, and treasure for the rest of your lives. We acknowledge and commemorate your achievements, which are fruits of years of toil. You have diligently and justly earned your certificate, diploma, or degree through hard work by stepping out of your comfort zone through the reassurance and generous support from your parents, families, lecturers, sponsors, tutors, and supervisors, who some of them are in the midst. This day marks the end of your previous academic journey, but commands you to continue with your studies or to expand your horizons. Remember that learning continues after graduation. This will prepare you to deal with change, which is inevitable in our lives. We acknowledge that some of us have been affected directly or indirectly by the COVID-19 pandemic. Hence, all of us here should be grateful that we could gather here being well, since there are millions of people in the world who suffer from this vicious virus. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed people's lives all over the world in many ways, but we must soldier on. Perseverance is critical when we are trying or learning to achieve something. It is a word that holds power and drive to inspire and motivate you to achieve your goals. It is not easy at the beginning because you have to adjust and overcome small and big failures. All of us spend our lives fearing failure without realizing that in failure lies success and growth. What matters is how you choose to perceive experience and move forward. The lessons earned during these instances will make you better and strong, eventually better results. Sometimes you'll be exhausted, feel anxious, and fall at times. However, don't dwell on that. Don't give up. Embrace the trials and tribulations. Continue doing it and live it. And please don't quit. Take time to reflect on the challenge, then get up and give your best shot. You have already invested time and some resources. Then there is no need to waste all that. You achieve not simply by trying, but by persevering. Be confident that success is inevitable if you continue to make a concerted effort to attain it. Most winners and achievers at some stage experience stumbling blocks. Do not let obstacles stop you from achieving greatness. Every day, you are given another opportunity to try again. Lifelong learning is an ongoing, voluntary, and self-motivated quest for knowledge to achieve informal or formal education. Lifelong learning, according to Encounter, is the continuing development of knowledge and skills that people experience after formal education and throughout their lives. Lifelong learning builds on prior learning as it expands knowledge and skills in depth and breadth. As you are graduating today, it means you already have knowledge and skills. Please don't bank them, but utilize them optimally. One will ask a question: why do I have to pursue lifelong learning because I am a graduate? The answer is that it is acknowledged that it is not feasible to equip learners at school, college, or university with all the knowledge and skills they need to prosper throughout their lifetime. Therefore, one needs to continually enhance their skills and knowledge, address immediate problems, and participate in a process of continuous vocational and professional development. Whether you pursue personal interest or passion or chase professional ambitions, lifelong can help you to achieve personal achievement and satisfaction. This can assist you to improve employability or citizenship or personal development. We human beings have a natural drive to explore, learn, grow, and encourage ourselves to improve quality of life and sense of wealth by paying attention to ideas and goals that inspire us. We are natural learners with the ability to keep on learning. We learn when we are trained, or when we are at home, or workplace, or any environment. After all, life is the greatest teacher, and we must never, never stop learning, irrespective of your age or experience. In conclusion, the main task for all of you is to shape tomorrow's global future in different areas. I strongly believe that this global village will provide with opportunities. Grab the opportunity when it comes your way. Opportunities may come, but they never linger. I quote Jackson Brown, "Nothing is more expensive than a missing opportunity." I thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think it is proper that we give Professor Mbata another round of applause. Many thanks to Professor Mbata for a well-thought congratulatory address. Your efforts are truly appreciated, Professor. A number of considerations emerge from your presentation. In the first instance, you actually reminded the graduates that they should not forget the people who actually rallied and cajoled them in their journey when they were busy studying. That's very important. And also, you actually reminded all of us that we should not forget the current context in which we are living, which is typically defined by the COVID-19 pandemic. Another thing that actually I have noted from your presentation, Professor Mbata, is that you advise the graduates that the most important thing to do when they experience failure or they fall along the path leading to their destiny is that they should stand up and continue the journey. And you invoked the notion of lifelong learning. For all these thoughts, we wanted to congratulate you, Professor Mbata, for a well-thought Chancellor's address. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start with the conferment of the degrees and diplomas, may I kindly request you not to leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program. And I will request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Tabile Lukele for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Professor Titus Msagati, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
The candidate was supervised by myself and co-supervised by Professor Beki Mamba and Professor Hlengilizwe Nyoni. In her thesis entitled Degradative Patterns of Microsystems by Bacteria Growing in Extreme Environments, she assesses the diversity and functionality of bacterial communities in extreme environments using advanced metagenomic techniques. Furthermore, the biodegradation potential of cultivable strains in evaluated against microsystems, toxins widely occurring in South African waters. Findings from her studies highlight the diversity and uniqueness of bacterial communities, with isolates from car wash effluents, hot springs, and salt pans being reported for the first time as microsystems biodegraders. These results have a valuable potential contribution in the establishment of the basis for detoxification of microsystems from potable water.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Tabile Lukele the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Tabile Lukele. Congratulations. Well done.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Master of Science. Jacobus Maritias Heverman. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Diani Kalandre Nunika receives the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree of Bachelor of Honours. Michelle Irene McDonald, degree obtained with distinction. Sizwe Precious Sibuyi. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Leti Takfu Matukane received the degree of Bachelor of Information Sciences Honours.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Eunice Pillay receives the degree of Bachelor of Administration Honours.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education: Michelle Dashner, Anna Arendina Haking-Grobler, Renika Pumzile Khoza, Talisha Tamarin Kraft, Makhosazana Lekhuleni, Smangele Sweetness Madubandlela, Mamsi Bahlohlobele Mahopane, Figile Mashile, Skopejani Refilwe Motebejani, degree obtained with distinction. Mavis Tandin Dlovu, Zanele Maria Ngomani, degree obtained with distinction. Jabu Charity Sbanyoni, Jolene Gagiano, Mielani Khoza, Ibodia Lesese, Charlotte Michelle Bembe, Bonani Malopi, Togozile Saramamba, Nqobile Agrineth Mandlazi. Fortunate Manganye. Nonhlakanipho Queen Manzini. Hana Anyolupao Maradisa. Amin Maretz. Nozipho Petunia Mashabani. Khomotso Mandechi. Nomncebo Cynthia Metiso. Nkedulwazi Samkeliso Mhlongo. Nonhlanhla Happiness Ngongwani. Poppy Anthonian Dashe. Nhlakanipho Perfect Nkosi. Portia Cynthia Simpiwe Nduli. Jano Bram Oberholzer. Trinity Mlungizi Rukombe. Matshwenyego Gloria Sekgogoba. Ngamsile Happiness Shongwe. Nontokozo Felicia Shongwe. Nolutando Duduzile Sbitani. Teresho Philadelphia Tibella, degree obtained with distinction. Jabulile Delisue Twala. Valencia Brown. Bongekile Crucentia Lubisi. Lulu Nompumelelo Malele. Chulile Tinyiko Mashilwani. Veronica Busisiwe Ndubazi.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Zetu Theodore Villane receives the degree of Baccalaureus Technologia. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Jennifer Herbst. Shudupadzo Noreta Mahandana. Wongumenzi Rudolph Ntuli. Rejoice Nyarazai Zuva.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Accounting Sciences. Zizile Nomaka Mkashwa. Cindy Moira Nhleko.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Patson Chibuye. Mbali Permli Dladla. Dion Ghana. Gerardus Petrus Geldenes. This degree was obtained with distinction. Mavis Nonhlanhla Khoza. Zetu Nokwanda Liane. Degree obtained with distinction. Sikombiso Agnes Mabunda. Danisile Mildred Mabuza. Nwabisa Magayiyana. Nondumiso Tombenlele Makwakwa. Temba Rulani Maluleke. Bekitemba Sibusiso Simpiwe Maseko. Sebenzile Maseko. Buhle Matubela. Happiness Martha Matonzi. Sharon Hasvinai Matie. Asanda Sydney Gladla. Manare Wilfred Meso. Nontando Nicoline Mkwachwa. Wonderboy Siabonga Mdwawe. Tsepo Lehonlonlo Nettleton Mitumkulu. Andrew Ndubane. Zwelethini Johan Ngomane. Nokulunga Goodness Nwawo. Fezile Buntle Shabangu. Tsakani Zandile Selibani. Daisizwe Zamakwakwe Simelani. Nonjabuliso Sebile Zwane. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Lindiwe Enika Molefe. Constance Sambo. Pilani Nevedi Twala. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Lerato Perseverance Siopela receives the degree of Bachelor of Commerce.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Baccalaureate Technologia. Aubrey Gavin Alexandra. Francisco de Assis Jonas Malete. Don't forget it. Belina Nomvula Masinga. Kolani Mohato Mpatswana. David Magushe. Don't forget this. Musandiwa Sharon Mukokondeli. Don't forget. Mbavalelo Kelsey Mulauti. Sakile Stephen Zwane. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Science. Itai Godlove Adam.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Science in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Janine Herbest, degree obtained with distinction. Kyla Olivier, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Baccalaureus de Lugaye. Hendrik Pretorius Hussein, Gladiator Wenzile Mashaya, Victor Mashejo, Nonki Joy Ngwenya, Poshia Nomkhosi Nkambule, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Anthony Ellen Bowen,
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate receives the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. Trudy Cater, Nonsikelelo Amanda Mnisi, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Tangalani Providence Ngobeni receives the degree of Bachelor of Information Science. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Nursing Science. Eunice Mgiba. Jafta Vusi Mziako. Happy Sipondlovu. Nomfundo Lucy Shongwe receives the degree with distinction. Dr. Toki Zwane. Sizakele Leonora Maureen Zwane. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Charity Nontobeko Manyisa obtained the degrees obtained with distinction. Duduzile Kebekile Nzimande. Kolekile Precious Ngomani. Manana Dipolelo Kilebukile Pasumani. Chido Perpetual Zindoga. Veronica Nofundo Musa. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate receives the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors. Lizzie Lineth Matani.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Charity Synthik Hleleni.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Accounting Sciences. Nonhlanhla Felicia Makamu. Arisha Ramyas. Nika Kwena Tsebe.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Education. Comfort Sokwaela,
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Human Sciences. Nico Nkuna, Notando Perseverance Mhlanga, Notando Prudence Mnisi, Princess Nompumelelo Mokwena,
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Ondile Lafti Zipho Koza. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the National Diploma. Thokozani Mdlovu. Shadrach Opa Nduli. Rovan Swanepoel. Tobias Shehareduz Wise.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Law: Diolend Buhle Shikaban, Tabisile Carol Dube, Nonjabulo Ruth Lamula, Masepela Miriam Makofane, Polozzo Hope Marezzi, Nkobile Crescentia Mbata, Mixo Princess Mgiba, Sakile Mogane, Nosizwe Gracia Moyana, and the diploma was obtained with distinction. Cresian Ntungwa, the diploma was also obtained with distinction. Masha Guguletu Nkambule, Lucia Nkululeko Nkosi, Nondumiso Comfort Nkuna, Nozipo Nkuna, Olesia Tenjiswa Tobela, Justice Shabalala, Skulile Confidence Vilakazi,
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive a diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences: Pumzile Jabulile Shamaine Malaza, Morongwa JC Poncho Mojaji, Jabulo Shirin Gomane, Sanele Innocentia Ngozo, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive a national diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Robin Mantile Lehoka. Nompilo Christo Light Mamba. The diploma is obtained with distinction. Bridget Manzini. Nelisiwe Emeresia Mashihwane. Silence Colin Mazivuko. Vatavile Hypatia Mnis. Lisiwe Mona. Nicolene Ketile Constance Msitini. Nondumiso Vivacious Nkos. Sibongile Butlebenkosi Prudence Nkosi. Anna Geraldine Shibiti. Temba Sbusiso Vilakazi.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Audrey Smangele Sambo receives the diploma in the College of Accounting Sciences.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that the graduates deserve another round of applause. We are at the tail end of the proceedings, and I want to make sure that I do not forget appreciating colleagues from the graduate department of our university. These are colleagues who actually labor behind the scenes to make sure that an event of this magnitude flows without impediments. And I do believe that they deserve a round of applause. They always carry their duties with absolute distinction. It is also proper that we extend our gratitude and congratulations to you. Once more, we are doing so on behalf of the Principal and Vice Chancellor of our university, Professor Pulenle Kabula, as well as the Chancellor, the former State President of our country, Dr. Thabo Mbeki. You have done well, and you deserve unreserved praise and commendations from us this morning. But as we congratulate you, we cannot promise you a life without challenges, because challenges typify life. Challenges are the stuff of life, and they should be welcomed with open hands. And as Professor Mbata indicated in the Chancellor's address, it is important that you adopt the notion of lifelong learning. It will assist you to diversify your skills. Remember the adage that says, if a hammer is the only tool that you know, you will always treat everything as a nail. Now, life presents a myriad of challenges. It doesn't present you with nails only. Sometimes life will present you with glass. Now, if you only know a hammer as a tool, you will use a hammer on glass and smash the glass. That is why you should always continue studying so that you get diverse kinds of tools which you can use to attend to various challenges that you come across. But then, what is life? I thought it is important that we pause for a while as we conclude the proceedings this morning to contemplate momentarily on life. What is life? This is a question that has eluded philosophers and scientists alike for many years. And I've just taken extracts from some of the books to demonstrate the challenge of defining what life is. Roberts, in his book entitled Biology, a Functional Approach, says, the honest answer, now he's trying to respond to the question, what is life? And he says, I quote, the honest answer is that we cannot say categorically what life is. The best we can do is to list those attributes of a living organism that distinguish it from non-living matter, close quote. Now, this view is also shared by Hickman in their book entitled Integrated Principles of Zoology. And this is a book that we prescribe for our undergrad students who study zoology. Now, Hickman say, I quote, "We could hardly begin our consideration of zoology with a more difficult question, one that many biologists have considered unanswerable. Even with the benefit of today's scientific sophistication and understanding, it is difficult to define the basic substance of life precisely and simply," close quote. What is life? And each and every time that we talk, we make reference to life. We actually indicate to you that your journey beyond this graduation may not be as easy as you would contemplate. It needs you to be fully determined. Now that you are empowered, you have knowledge and skills. Even when life presents challenges to you, you will be able to navigate your way through. In the wake of the difficulty that confronts us as we seek to define what life is, what do we do then? The answer is to revert to what Robert says. Robert says, because it is difficult to define what life is, the easiest thing that we can do is to look at the attributes that are manifested in a living organism and contrast those with those that we see in non-living matter. For an example, we know that living organisms respire. They exchange gases, inhale oxygen typically, and exhale carbon dioxide. That is a sign of life. And this is one attribute that we do not see in non-living matter. Now, if I may use this as a metaphor as I seek to employ you beyond this graduation, you must respire. Let us hear your breath. You ought to be a living graduate. John Mason says there are two types of people. There are those people who go through life inhaling the dust that has been caused by other people. And there are those people who cause dust. Now we want to say to you, between these two types of people, please go out there and cause dust. Let us hear your breathing, your respiration, and show that you are a possessor of knowledge and skill. You ought to transform lives and influence the agendas of societies. That's very important. Professor Mbata said to you, you have knowledge, you've got to use it. Of course, another attribute which is shown by living organisms and you don't see it in non-living matter is that living organisms grow. They grow. they change in size, in stature, and non-living matter does not grow. If I may use a metaphor, even with this attribute, as a graduate, you must grow. You must be a lifelong learner, as Professor Mbata indicated. You must grow yourself cognitively. Keep on studying, keep on plunging yourself in academic matter so that you progress from one level to another. Also grow socially, because you don't live in isolation, you live in a context of humanity. Grow socially and also grow emotionally. Grow also professionally. And it is very important that we emphasize this. Do not stagnate. You must grow, you must move. That's very important. Now, talking about growth, let me hasten to indicate that growth is good when it is regulated, when it is controlled. Growth is more productive when it is regulated. A typical example is you would know that if you have a plant and you want the plant to do well, to flourish, to produce more fruit, you've got to control its growth. You've got to keep on pruning it. When you prune it, you are actually accelerating what botanists would refer to as lateral branching. And when the branches proliferate laterally, that plant is bound to produce more fruit. But if you do not prune it, it grows apically. And we talk about a phenomenon known as apical dominance. Now the plant becomes taller and taller, but it will produce little fruit, if any. So in order to make it produce more fruit, you've got to regulate its growth. So proper growth is regulated growth. Another example that I can cite for you is cancer cells, cells which cause cancer. Do you know that those cells, they grow without regulation? They don't want to listen to the regulatory mechanism of the body. That is why there is deformity, there is tumor. These are cells that are out of control. They grow endlessly. They don't want to be regulated by the body. If you take these two examples as a metaphor, you've got to allow yourself to be regulated by the policies and the statutes within your profession. And this is not to suggest in any way that you should not challenge policy. You should not challenge statutes. You must be critical. However, you must observe policy regulations and the statutes. When you see people in our society, as it is rampant now, embezzling the funds that are intended to assist the poor with impunity, without remorse, such people grew without regulation. They do not have the limits that regulate them. They do not even feel remorseful to the extent that they would even defend their stealing. Humanity has dissipated from them. Now we are saying to you as you graduate, go into the society and become ethical. Function within policies and the regulations that govern your profession. Of course, when necessary, you will agitate for change, but do it within the proper means. We congratulate you. You have done well. And continue to exert yourself. Those of you who have received diplomas, we want to say to you, please continue studying. There's a degree, a bachelor's degree to be done. If you have received a bachelor's degree, there is an honors to be done. If you have received an honors degree, there is a master's to be done. If you have received a master's, a doctoral degree, and once you have done the doctoral degree, there is a postdoctoral fellowship that you can do. You can then become a senior lecturer, you can become an associate professor, you can become a full professor, you can become a research professor. The sky is the limit. At this stage, may I kindly request Dr. Lukele to stand up. Congratulations to you, Doctor. You have done well, and we are grateful that you actually emerge with a doctoral degree in the rare field of chemistry, nanoscience. We appreciate your accomplishments. Continue to exert yourself that way. I'm quite convinced that Professor Nkambule will not allow that you leave Unisa. Congratulations, and please extend a hand of help to others who are coming after you. Well done to you. Ladies and gentlemen, now that you have graduated, you have become part of the Unisa alumni. You are now part of the illustrious cycle of excellence. Your responsibility is to contribute and help define tomorrow. There are many things you can do to help shape the future in service of humanity. For an example, you can become an e-tutor or a face-to-face tutor in our university. Or you can take a lifelong journey with the College of Graduate Studies and produce knowledge that will help societies. And lastly, because our university has a very strong social orientation, because our mandate seeks to accommodate even those students who come from heavily impoverished backgrounds. We want to solicit your support, if you can, to contribute to the University of South Africa Bursary Fund by using the online platform www.unisa.ac.za and go to the donate button. And you will, following that, get directions, further direction as to what to do. As a worthy graduate of this university, We are sure that you realize the value of your diploma or degree and therefore wish to provide other deserving students with an opportunity to study further. Become part of the hashtag Circle of Excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I would like you to rise for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on page 15 of the program, and to remain standing after the anthem to enable me to dissolve the congregation. You are also requested to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall. Please rise. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.